Here we are on our brand new Ironman account for Runescape. Now, I've never actually played an Ironman account besides on old school, and even then, I'm still entirely new to it on old school Runescape as well. So this is all going to be a brand new experience for me. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how the end game and upkeep is in terms of items and charges. So because of that fact, I think I'm going to try to main preferably melee stats on this account, just because I feel like once we reach the end game, we won't have to really worry about getting arrows, runes, necromancy runes, anything like that. All we're really gonna have to really upkeep is just item charges, and also stuff such as invention charges, so the divination charge or the divine charges or whatever it's called. Because of that, like I mentioned, we're gonna try to just prioritize doing melee on this account. But the goal for this account is, of course, to be able to max it out, make sure to get all 99s, as well as getting as much of the end game gear as we possibly can, and explore the bosses that this game has to offer as well. Now, before actually making this account a member, I think the main thing to actually prioritize is doing all these free-to-play quests that we have right here on the bottom right here. So it did take about 15 to 20 minutes to be able to set up this account this way, because I needed to work towards all the frustrating interfaces that this game has to offer, because the new player experience is pretty bad when it comes to interfaces on this game. But we managed to make do with this interface that we have here. It isn't the best, but it'll at least work for now, since we don't really have too much to actually worry about in terms of boosts and everything like that. But okay, let's go ahead and start doing some of these beginner quests that we actually have access to. So there's a lot of quests that we actually have available to us in free to play before I actually become members. I don't think I'm going to try to prioritize my melee combat skills that much, or any combat skill for that matter, that much in free to play, just because I feel like once we're members, we'll have access to better ways of actually training our account. That'll be a lot quicker and more efficient than actually staying in free to play. Real quick before the video starts, I have a small goal of actually reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing to help support the channel. Thanks, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. After playing on my main for so long, I actually kind of forgot how painful it is to actually be able to walk around this game. That's not really the case at our main. We have access to a whole bunch of different teleports, but on here we're going to have to go unlock every single lodestone before we could actually be able to access the whole map very easily. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we're picking up every lodestone on the way to Lumbridge. So we are going to start with the most basic quest in the game, and that's going to be Cook's Assistant. So once we're done with that quest, we're going to head over and try to do other quests that I think will actually benefit the account a little bit. But any progression on the account that we make is going to be good enough for me, because any progression is good progression. In all my time playing Evolution of Combat, I don't think I've ever run out of run energy in this game. So it's really crazy how we take for granted all the movement ability we actually have access to on this game, because now I'm gonna have to suffer and walk all the way to Lumbridge. Ah yes, the classic collect a super large egg, extra fine flour, and top quality milk. So I guess we'll start by just going ahead and getting ourselves the top quality milk. Then we'll move to the egg, and then we'll get the fine flour. And just like that, we collected all 3 of the items that the cook actually wanted. So we got ourselves the fine flour, the top quality milk, and our super large egg. Let's go ahead and complete the first quest of the account and see how many quest points we got from this. There it is. We got ourselves a total of 2 quest points, 20 sardines, 500 coins. So that's also the first bit of cash we get on the account as well. And we get access to the cook's range. Okay, so I think the next quest we're going to do is actually going to be Blood Pack, just because it gives a little bit of combat XP, and because it'll give us some basic weapons to be able to use and progress our account with. And just like that, we got ourselves the Blood Pack done. We got ourselves some beginner weapons as well. We got a range, mage, and actual melee weapons, which we're probably going to be utilizing for a majority of the time until we could get better weapons to actually use. So we're just going to go ahead and do a little bit of a montage and be able to complete as many quests as we can in this video, before actually just maybe AFKing and doing some fishing, just so we can start getting our fishing up a bit, so that we're ready for members and be able to fish better food, so that we could actually utilize them when we're going to do our Slayer grind, which is something I really want to get into right away, because I want to be able to rush to PVM as fast as I can on this account. There's Sheep Shearer done right there. Restless Ghost is done. Okay, so I finished all of the Lumbridge quest at the moment, but we took a little bit of a break. And we headed on over to Burthorpe to be able to unlock the daily challenges for our account. So we actually had to go around and do a bunch of dailies for several different skills, so like fletching, cooking, fishing, that sort of thing. So we actually managed to complete it, and we unlocked the daily challenges for our account. So now the daily challenges we currently have is mining, smithing, and equipment. All these daily challenges we're going to be getting is going to really help boost our account very quickly, just because the XP starts to scale as we get higher levels on the account itself. Okay, so I'm here trying to do the quest Witch's House here in Taverley, but unfortunately I'm not able to actually do it, because this guy, or this boss right here, this little mini boss for the quest, actually, we couldn't even beat the chicken, man. He was beating us up. So now, instead of doing this quest, we're going to go ahead and try to train our combat stats a bit so that we're actually better prepared for actually doing this quest here. And while we're at it, we'll also try to get some food, because we actually don't have any food at all. So, and our cooking level and fishing level are pretty low right now. So it's 2 fishing and only 6 cooking. So we did do our dailies for today already as well. And we're going to go ahead and just go and level up a little bit. Now that we're fishing, I think the goal for fishing is going to be at the moment just to hit 20 fishing, just because at 20 fishing, we actually unlocked trouts. And I feel like trouts are going to be a very good early sort of food to just, carry around to be able to do questing and other types of PVM content that we are going to probably run into. And it's actually really fast to actually get a nice bulk of them, especially while you are actually doing fly fishing. We've been in here fishing for like the past hour or so. We did actually go and get ourselves some feathers while we were at it, because we were really low on feathers before and we actually cannot afford to buy them from the fishing shop. And while actually collecting these feathers, we actually got something called a cornucopia, which apparently you could stuff some food in here. I stuffed like maybe 4 pieces of trout in here. Like after I cooked them, I put them in there, and it lets you carry just a little bit of food without actually taking up inventory space. So that's pretty convenient. Nothing too OP though. But after we finish using up all these feathers and having around 200 trouts in the bank, I think the next goal is going to go ahead and be to move over to some combat to try to get at least base 20 or 30 combat stats. And then hopefully by then we could take on the quests that we're currently blocked on. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get our mining and also smithing up at the same time, just because my original plan was to just go ahead and go to the Stronghold of Security over there in Barbarian Village, but I decided instead of getting those 10k coins and skipping on a lot of the grind that I'm going to have to do anyways, I might as well just, knock out mining and smithing a bit, so that we're able to make ourselves our own weapons and our own gear once we're at the actual appropriate level to do so. Since we already hit 20 attack, we can actually wield better weapons, and I think just wielding better weapons in general is going to help speed up the process of leveling up. And we're really close to 20 defense too, so we might as well just get steel gear while we're at it as well, just knock that out. But I think I won't attempt to do the witch's house until we get preferably rune. That may be a little bit overboard or overkill, but I just want to be on the safe side and make sure that we could actually complete the actual quest itself and not have to die while we're actually trying to do the quest itself. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and actually complete the Night Sword, because completing this quest actually gives us an XP lamp for smithing that gives us 12,725 XP. So with this, we should be able to skip the grind that we're currently doing for smithing. We did hit 20 smithing while we were over there in Berthorpe doing the mining and smithing over there. So let's go ahead and use this XP lamp, and we should hit 30 now. Okay, yep, there it is. So we hit 30 smithing. So with that, we should be able to make some brand new gear, and with this gear we should be able to do the witch quest we were doing. What was it called? The witch's house. So we should be able to complete this quest hopefully. So let's go ahead and go make some brand new gear and prepare for this quest. All right, I think we made some pretty good progress in this video though. I think this is a good stopping point for us for this episode. We did manage to reach 30 attack, 30 also 30 defense. We got a lot of base 30 stats actually, to be honest, in this episode. I know we don't have 30 strength, but that's okay. I'll probably end up getting that off camera, and also do a couple of other quests. Hopefully in the next episode we could actually take out the quest we were struggling on, which is Witch's House. Hopefully we get that done. But besides that, we got ourselves mithril armor and mithril weapons as well with +2 on them. The armor is actually just regular one because we're going to end up dumping it anyways. But I feel like the faster we could actually kill things, the faster XP we're actually going to get per hour when we're actually starting to grind. Hopefully by next episode, we manage to get our stats up a little bit more, and we get closer to actually being able to be free from the free-to-play experience and move straight into members and start grinding our Slayer and other combat stats and a bunch of other stuff that we could actually do that is exclusive to only members only. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching if you made it this far, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.